Hi everybody, welcome to Cafe Allez, Belvoir Castle. As most of you know, my name's Mark, and most of you also know we're currently in lockdown, so the cafe is shut. But that's not going to stop Claire and I coming up for a decent coffee and just to put the Simonelli through its paces every now and again. So, and as a bonus, we can bring you the next in our series, Know Your Coffees. And today we're moving on to the flat white. Let's talk a little bit about the flat white before we show you how we make one. So basically the flat white, let me give you a bit of the origin. It's debated quite fiercely in coffee circles whether it was originated from New Zealand or Australia. So we've really delved into this one, and I think we can give it to the Australians, because both countries had a term, flat white, for coffee for a while. But it turns out that when the New Zealanders originally used that term, it was more for a black coffee with milk. They called that a flat white, apparently. So we're going to give this one to the Australians. Sorry, Quent, for that, but yeah, that's how it is.
That's the Cafe Allez verdict.
Yeah, that's a Cafe Allez verdict. But essentially, for both countries, it was apparently a bit of a reaction again, like they're no-nonsense cultures, right? And they were fed up with, a lot of New Zealanders, a lot of Australians, just fed up for paying for cappuccinos, which were just mainly foam, you know? They just felt they were paying for air and had to just wade through all this foam before they could get to the coffee. So the flat white, a reaction against that kind of coffee. And essentially, and in fact, I'm going to quote James Hoffmann here. James Hoffmann's our sort of coffee hero, industry legend. He describes a flat white as essentially a small, strong latte, and he's spot on. So if we make a flat white for you here at Cafe Allez, we'll use this smaller cup. This is an 8-ounce cup, double shot of espresso in there, and then we'll just steam some beautiful creamy latte milk for you. But we'll only fill it up to about here, so you're getting about a 6-7 ounce drink, and that's your flat white. So it's quite an intense coffee flavour, but you've still got that smooth sweetness from the whole milk that we use as a standard. Say as standard, of course. If you prefer, we can use skimmed or semi-skimmed milk for you. An oat milk flat white is delicious. We have soya milk here for you as well, and they both taste great with our 200 degrees house roast Brazilian love affair, or with Ceresina's espresso Italiano decaf. Either work brilliantly as a flat white. Okay, so that's a history of the flat white. That's what it is. I guess all that remains is to make one for you.
Yes, please.
All right, I know this is your personal favourite
Oh,
coffee.
absolutely.
Claire.
This is the one I will order in the morning when I get to
yeah,
work.
I think all of us in the shop, actually probably all of us in the shop, love the flat white.
Yeah.
It's a real favourite here. It's probably the cyclist favourite here as well, I would say, Claire.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, actually.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's brew one up. So we're going to prepare our espresso machine, just putting some water through to bring the brewing head to the right temperature. I'm going to grind coffee for a double shot of espresso. We grind it fresh to order because fresh coffee is best. And while that's grinding, I can pour some milk. We don't need a ton of milk for this, of course, so I'm going to use a small jug. Okay, and just as we've done for all the coffees so far in our series, I'm going to tamp this coffee. There we go, just making sure it's good and level in the bed. That looks good to me. Yeah, bless the coffee, so we've got a good seal on the machine. I'm going to start brewing our double espresso shot. Here we go, should take 27 seconds, as you guys know by now, or thereabouts. It does vary from shot to shot, just a fraction. And while that's happening, let's go ahead and steam our milk. As I say, we're just after some latte milk here. So we're not going to inject too much texture. We're not going to expand it too much. We're going to make sure we're going to give it that sort of creamy mouthfeel. And snap that off at 65 degrees. Anything much beyond that and the milk tastes burnt. That's not good. Wipe the wand. Just getting rid of any milk, ready for the next shot. So let's just combine the two. We've got our double shot of espresso, we've got our milk. I'm not going to go too crazy. There's our flat wine.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.